Well, the opening line is the hardest part, so I'll start by saying hello, everyone. And when I think of balance, this one line from the Rolling Stones just goes whizzing through my head. You can't always get what you want, but when you try, you'll find what you need. A simple but really brilliant idea in that it is completely true, yet we still tend to struggle with it, or at least I did. For years, I wanted to be perfect in every sense of the word, despite knowing that it is impossible. That's my logic for you. And this goal really threw me and made me completely miserable. And the worst part was, in some respects, I had given up before I started. I knew physically I wasn't the image of beauty perfected as defined by pop culture, so I wallowed in self-pity instead of focusing on the features I liked about myself. One of the only respects where I thought I could attain that perfection was in school. I'm a good student. I always put in the effort to earn a good grade, but this time, I wasn't satisfied with anything less than a perfect score. In some ways, this determination wasn't a bad thing in that I was completely focused on something that would affect my future, but was obviously not a very healthy outlook. Instead of celebrating my success, I expected it. And when I did fail, I fell and became too trapped emotionally to learn from my mistakes, creating this deadly stressful and mentally exhausting cycle where I would fail because of my high standards, I wouldn't learn from it because of my emotional turmoil, and I would, of course, fail again. Eventually, I struggled to bring myself to even make an attempt anymore, just out of fear of failure. I lost sight of everything else that was just as important. The extracurricular activities I used to love, my relationships with other people, and most importantly, taking care of myself and appreciating the world around me. I thought aiming for some form of perfection would make me happy and help me find peace with myself. Instead, it did the exact opposite. Pushed me further from balance and further from peace and closer to negativity and to sadness. So, what I learned from Mick Jagger was that I could not, and I still can't, always get what I want. But when I try, I'll find what I need. What I wanted was perfection. What I needed was to love myself, and to know that no one can be who I am better than I can, and that I am perfect at being me. So, I figure I'll only be 17 once. And the best things I can do for myself are as follows. Remember that nothing can be achieved if you refuse to try. That life is not chance, and we're all here for a reason. That balance is key to a happy life, whether you have too much or too little. That when things are bad, everything gets better, and everything happens for a reason. And that, above all, while there are some things we can't control, like the weather or the actions of others, what we can control is how we choose to live our lives. Whether we maintain that balance and roll with the punches life throws at us, or waste our lives chasing what we want in the form of unattainable goals, what ifs, and what could have been. Life is what you make of it, so pursue it with happiness, balance, and self-acceptance. Thank you.